certainly got plenty of batter on that. Full toss, just over pitched by Waka Yunus, and the first boundary of the morning.
Well, another one. Wasn't very impressive stroke, but the result is good. Managed to keep the ball all along the ground. 3 overs gone. South Africa 10 for no loss. Another fine placement from Graeme Smith, opening the face of the bat at the last moment, getting the placement right and the timing as well. Third boundary.
Oh, that's nicely played. Beautiful shot. That's going to go all the way. Well, he just played it so well. That's nicely played. Going to do a lot of work here. No, he doesn't. A very good shot there from Herschelle Gibbs. 10 overs bowled, 47 without loss. Oh, full shot. As it ran out in the deep, but it's hit very much in front of square. Is he going to get there? Timed it all well, but he played it very well in front of square. That brings up the 50 for South Africa. That's beautiful. That's going to run away for 4. Super timing of that Herschelle Gibbs.
Overcompensation here from Mohammed's side.
Oh, that's nicely played. That is beautifully struck. Nicely controlled shot into the ground. So 4 more will take Smith on to 37.
Good ball, and it's taken behind. A huge shot for a catch behind. How Sammy was jumping around, and umpire Steve Buckner started looking somewhere else.
Well, there was a noise. I'm going to go for the right sleeve here, as I think Gibbs did get his bat down and under the ball early enough. There we go, right sleeve. So umpire Bucknell absolutely spot on. Watch closely now. In the words of Barbara Streisand.
Get worried when Gibbs leaves like that. Maybe decides very late whether to play or not, pushing that bit. Other shot, that one.
That's a catch gone down, Peter. He was caught there off Waka Yunus in Durban, and Johannes put it down. Backward a point, in the air, comfortable catch. Low down, yes, but they ought to be caught at this level.
And he gets behind, and the appeals for LBW. Umpire Steve Buckner is not interested.
Well, first of all, the umpire has to decide whether the ball would have hit the stumps. Then he has to decide whether it's pitched on or not outside leg stump. Remember, it's right armour to left-hander. That is pitched marginally on, but it hasn't straightened and would have gone on to miss off stump anyway.
Shot, pulled. Is it going for 6? Yes. 2 6 over Swaley. Venkat said, yes, it is 6.
Well, once again, Mohamed Saeed getting the length wrong. I'm not sure that Gibbs meant to hit it straight over the fielder's head. There's a man back there. It's gone straight at him, but far enough. So 6 to Gibbs.
Well, that's gone in the air as well, but that'll go over the top. There's no third man in place, so that'll run away for 4.
That's a better way to play. Beautiful shot. Great placement. And this is the 7th boundary for Graeme Smith. End of the over. 20 overs gone. South Africa 93 for a loss.
That is such a great stroke. That is absolutely supreme.
sheer timing that was. Standing tall and punching the ball into the gap.
Well, that's gone through that little gap between two fielders catching the offside. They're going to get three, and that's going to take Herschelle Gibbs to 50. Well, what a magnificent 50 this has been. Herschelle Gibbs off to a slower start than Smith, but he's overtaken him now, 50 off just 62 deliveries. Well played, sir.
Ah, there it is.
He's going down the track, proven me wrong, and has gone to 53. Great shot, Graeme Smith.
What a way to bring your 50. Once again, very steady down the track, getting to the pitch of the ball, and then hitting the ball very hard. Straight down the track. Well played.
Trying to go for the in-swinging Yorker, overpitched it, and was struck to the boundary for 4.
Already the Pakistani bowlers, they are showing sign of frustration.
Well, this time he does, and this time he hits it mid-wicket. And that's a race to the boundary for 4. That man, square, was not even going to be in the picture.
Well, he stood tall and pulled the ball, wrenched the ball into that particular area between mid-wicket and mid-on. That's a quality stroke.
Down the track, oh! That's gone through slip. Well, certainly a chance there for Pakistan. Not held on to.
Well, as a bowler, you've got to create 10 chances like those to back up the innings. Here was the second one. A regulation catch, although it was travelling, but it was straight. And Yunus Khan is a brilliant fieldsman. The luck not going in the Pakistani way.
Again, this time he plays it nicely, and this time he'll get 4.
Well, we mentioned South Africa 124 from naught of 26 overs.
That's in the air, purposely played though. And we'll get 4 more. Herschelle Gibbs moves on to 67. Well, South Africa, their way to the record books again. That is superbly struck. That's a majestic shot through the covers. That's going to run away for 4. And as we're just going to allude to that partnership between Gibbs and Smith. It's now moved on to 137 without losing, well, a wicket for South Africa.
Brilliant. Put his foot straight down the wicket. But the important thing about that shot was that it was a half volley, so he didn't need much foot movement and hammered away. Great shot.
So that's gone past Gary Kirsten and Adam Bacher back in Shakapura, 97-98. It's now Graeme Smith and Herschelle Gibbs for their first wicket partnership. Using his feet this time, down the track, great shot. And that's gone over the top. Very, very well-timed shot from Herschelle Gibbs. Score goes up to 152 without loss.
Right, that one is cut through the covers. It's racing away towards the boundary, and he accelerates. 4 runs it is.
Pulled away, put down. Well, that's twice in this innings Gibbs has been dropped. Neither have been that difficult. Neither have been simple. But goodness gracious me.
Fortune for Gibbs here. And that's a catch that really should have been snaffled.
This is put away for 4. Gibbs goes from 99 to 103 and his 8th Test century, and this on his home ground.
What a magnificent knock.
He's hit that miles up into the temporary stand. What a great shot.
Vintage Gibbs charging down the wicket. He's done Saklein here. Saklein didn't see him coming, and he's got down the wicket right to the pitch of this, and he's hit this so sweetly.
That's Smith's turn. How far has that gone? Not quite as far.
Magnificent shot from Graeme Smith. Almost a replica shot of the one that Herschelle Gibbs played. South Africa 203 for more than 42.5 overs.
That's it. Second 100 in Test match cricket for Graeme Smith. What an innings. So good to watch Graeme Smith when he gets going. Getting 100 on his home ground.
Fantastic achievement, really tough for the young guy. Big disappointment last week to be left out of the World Cup squad. He's come back and answered in the best possible way, and I think there are a lot of people in this crowd here who are giving him extra applause because they know what he's been through in the last week. Fantastic achievement.
So there's 3 back on the onside on the boundary, deep backward square leg, deep mid wicket, long on. And on the offside, still a huge hole between straight mid off and square cover. That's swept fine for 4. Good shot, very good shot. And that's 4 more. See, that's just not a good enough line. I bet that ball's not hitting leg stump. Well, it certainly isn't. It's hitting a boundary ball. 252 for no wicket. Mushtaq now has changed ends again, Saklein that is. That's a good shot. That's a very good. Nobody's moved. One thought the other was going to field it.
This is a high quality shot. I realise he's got 104 not out and just gone to 108, but to get your feet in the right position to hit the shot is not easy. Off spinner coming around the way, he needs to get his right foot for a left-hander, his right foot out the way, and he's got enough bat on that for the ball to get away for 4. It's a great shot.
And there it is. These two now hold the record for the first wicket in the history of South African cricket. The dressing room know it. And now the crowd know it. The public address system has just told them. That's 4 more to Smith. Good stroke. Pulls this though. Very hard.
4 more. Quality shots, but you've got to question these bowling tactics at this point. I mean 274 for naught after 54 overs, and you're just running and banging it in the middle of the wicket. I know things have reached desperate times, but surely there's got to be a time where you set a really boring field and get the ball back of a length just on and about off stump and say, well, you come get it. At the moment, just boundaries too easy.
19 fours and 3 sixes. Super shot. 278 for no wicket. That's it. 150 for Gibbs. And he's capable of getting an awful lot more. He tends to get quite hungry once he really gets in. 282 for no wicket.
Down the track, this has gone up, and it may go all the way. Yes, it does. It's a great hit. And Gibbs with that is going to move on to 161.
A century for Sir Graeme Mustard as well. Into his 21st over. And he's already given away 104 runs. Look at that stroke. A little shimmy down the track. Extension of the arm, getting the ball right out of the middle of the bat. And the result, maximum. 4th 6 for Herschelle Gibbs in this innings. It's gone up in the air. Waqar Yunus is looking to get underneath it. Couldn't get underneath the ball. But did manage to stop the ball inside the boundary line. Only 1 run.
Herschelle Gibbs, that one is in the air, but there's nobody there. It's picked up just a meter inside the boundary.
Super piece of bowling from Cyclone and super piece of batting from Herschelle Gibbs, and the two batters congratulating each other on the 350 partnership, and the crowd loving every minute. Peter.
That is for sure. This crowd has enjoyed the cricket, the entertainment that has been dished out by these two batsmen. Gibbs goes down on one knee, off this one, over square leg, and it's gone for 6 runs. Umpire Venkat confirms.
Herschelle Gibbs, he don't care whether he's on 190 or 145 or 199. He plays the same way. That was a magnificent shot. Slog sweep out the park. One leg, down on one leg. Sweet spot of the bat. Fetch that into the crowd. Can't catch him there. And then that magnificent shot. before, you will not see very many better double hundreds scored at this ground. And the crowd rise to the occasion. He's clapping the crowd as well for the support that they've given him. And he's going to remember this knock for a long time to come. Absolutely outstanding, Herschelle Gibbs.
Better delivery from Saklan Mushtaq. Ball pitching at the right channel. A bit of turn.